Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. So I come and say hello. Wish you a good day. I have this one day today that I have no appointments. I'll be completely dedicated to painting. So I'm a little casual. It's getting colder, so I'm dressing warm. And so I wanted to discuss a few ideas. And the first idea is that the more we know, the less we learn. So it is good to be like Socrates, to know that you do not know. So the less you know, the more you will grow, the more you will learn, the more we will integrate. For there is so much that we need to learn each and every day. And the other thing I wanted to discuss is the idea that it's very difficult as human beings, because we're carrying a physical body and we live in a society that's not mature enough to be all inclusive and loving and integrated. And so, but it's still to stop trying to protest, stop protesting, stop complaining, and move forward, to let go of all those contrasts and flow as much as possible, regardless of what is going on, for understanding that all is a manifestation of creator, of source, of God. God is one. There can never be a separation. Even the lowest frequency are our lowest manifestation of experiences that the creator provides for souls to grow and evolve. For God is within and God is without. How can never be doubt? For once and this source, this God is love. There is nothing else but love in truth, in essence. And when we focus on our source, when we focus on God, we can let go of doubt, for we cannot doubt and have faith in the same time. So it's about learning to focus more on trust, and for this creator, this source, this love of God is a constant. It never stops, it never changes. That the only thing that does not change is the source. Everything is moving forward. Every universe is growing and evolving into more. Every planet is growing and evolving into more. Every being is growing and evolving into more. Even infinity in the cosmos is growing and evolving into some inconceivable end. There is a constant evolution of flow in the universe. Yet the source, it never changes. It never has, never will. It is already the totality of all that is, and so we wanna trust that, know that, understand also that there is so God is a constant, but the drama is not the truth. The drama is not connected to the truth. It is part of the experience on the physical plane, but so we have to let go of the drama as much as possible to return to that connected sphere of grace and serenity. And no one can take you there. No one can take you to your heart. You have to make this connection to your source, to your creator, and to drop into the heart. Also, I wanted to say that the children, the young children that came after this 2012 portal, even for children always have been, but those are coming, the new children are really carrying the highest load in relationship to the anchoring of the light. For the whole rest of humanity, the children are always in this sphere of light and love and imagination and creativity, and I don't have much communication to children. But sometimes I cross on the street and I see in their eyes, it's like they're all into this, and they see the light in me also. It's like they're like, whoa, because they're far more receptive to the invisible world and kingdom. And so we want to thank the children for the work they're doing. It's unconscious, because they are who they are. They don't have to make up anything. They are not into deception. They're fully pure and in the relationship to the experiences of life. And sometimes they have a difficulty understanding why we made such a mess of things. When they grow up, they're like, there's a whole generation of children that do not understand how we can misuse all the resources of the world and create such a poor quality environment. But they're here to change, and this new generation will be an assistance in creating this new world, this golden age. For we through science, we're creating a longer life. We're living a lot longer, but the quality of life is not being increased. The 21st century will be about increasing the quality of life. Rather, longevity is fine, but the quality of that life is, if it's a life of suffering, we don't necessarily want it to be longer. We want it to, but. So we want to have a long life that's full of health and joy and prosperity, and so we want to create that world for everyone. for there was the philosopher named Descartes who thought that we can all meet on common ground. We can have a consensus on understanding that, and I think quality of life for all is very essential, more essential than anything else, to increase the quality of life, and that will be the focus of political leaders throughout the 21st century, to increase the quality of the life of their citizens. Of the population they are guiding towards self-empowerment, for it is not a leader that will create the quality of life. It is just the leader has to hold the vision and the inspiration for everybody to return to their power, so they can create that and facilitate the transition from lower experience to higher experience. For it is, I'm just sharing my thoughts and ideas in order to anchor them. Understanding the soul is an eternal being. It's an eternal, and that lives outside of the veil. The soul does not live here, but we want to remember the joy, the freedom of the soul. When we sleep, we enjoy so much freedom. We enjoy doing so much traveling. Because we're free from the physical reality and we're free from the critical mind. So there is so much that is going on that we're unconscious of, that our soul does, a fragment of soul. We return to our true self when we sleep, and we are able to experience so much more. For we are longing to access that freedom, and that we do not have down here. So that's why meditation can also be an access point to that freedom. And we want to bring the light down through the veil. For there is the physical plane, and then there is the astral plane, and it's like a dark cloud that surrounds the earth with all the negative thoughts, the fear, the doubt, the conflict that's surrounding the earth. And so we want to reach above to to elevate our consciousness above that cloud where it's all pure and clear, like the nirvana of existence, and bring down this light. And we can use this light to send violet fire and all to clear up this cloud. Imagine like a dark cloud that surrounds the earth, by sending this light, this pure light of God, of source, of goodness, of truth, of beauty, just to this transmutation light, that this cloud is dissipating, and the earth is being surrounded by a beautiful light, to utilize your vision potential, your access to light, to clarify this vision of the earth, of this dark cloud that surrounds the earth. Our soul lives in this higher realm of what we call heaven, and in this realm there are angels, there are countless forms of spirits that are living there, and it is a marvelous world that we all have to return eventually after we die. But we want to already bring down those energy, open our consciousness to communicate with the spirit world, and connect to Mother Earth. Mother Earth is also a body that is growing and expanding each and every day through all experiences. And to send, because the energy of the earth is flooding through our veins, just as the light of the sun is also. We are made of the matter of the earth and the light of the sun. We made it from stardust. It is our true essence and nature. It is very difficult to bring in higher truths into the world, because we are confronting the ignorance of society, their belief system of society that is very materialistic. And so it is courageous to want to bring this. For me, I made that choice 30 years ago, to embrace my truth as an artist. To people who may not take me seriously when I speak about extraterrestrial or spiritual reality, but they will more and more. For I know I have a function in this world that is beyond what I'm doing now. But in a sense, the society is very afraid of letting go of the power and the control they're exercising on the world. If they would let go of that for one day, the world will feel so much better. But they're afraid, the society, the world, there's so many powers that be that needs to control and manipulate the world to fit their vision. When if they would trust everything would fall back into place. The puzzle would So we may feel rejected when we try to bring the higher frequency. We have to develop this courage, and not to do it in a way that's like a violence or confrontation. So it's about following the inner guidance in order to stay safe and not to have to confront the ignorance, but to bring everybody into to this higher understanding. And we are pioneer here for the new world. What we seek is to find balance between our earthly life and a soul life, which is in heaven, to bring those energies into balance. for the physical body is changing very fast. So you want to feel what you need, and letting go of guilt. Guilt is really the most devastating. This Judeo-Christian ideas that everybody's guilty. It's like it's a false belief that was created for controlling the population. You are not guilty. You are innocent. You are pure. Just whatever experiences was in the past, it's the past. We can forgive it and find a return to the state of innocence where there is no. It is very important to let go of that guilt. We'll pull a few cards from the angelic cards. I hope this resonates with you, because your higher self knows already where you need to go and where you need to be, but we're not always fully aware of those things. We have so much that is undisclosed to our consciousness, and it comes little by little. The highest wisdom for us today is serenity. It's about being serene, being above the drama, which is not that real. In essence, what we need to understand is joy. To breathe in joy, to live in joy, to share joy. And for that, there has to be no attachment. The more serene we are, the more joy we can experience. What we need to do is generosity. We have to be generous, to share what we have, to be generous, it's about we're here to share. Whatever we have is been given by our source and creator, so the more we give, the more we will receive as well, and the outcome is love. So there's a great power for love. Is the what else can we ask but love? A higher frequency of love, always more love. There is love is an infinite essence in truth, and there is always new level of love that we can be discovering. There are times where we feel this great joy, this opening, this magnificence of cosmic reality, this connection to the soul, this potential. And there are times where we have to experience depression, shadow self, the lower point. Those are energies, shadows that have not yet been transmuted, that have not been transcended. And so by doing that, when we go through that, is to let go of the guilt, the judgment, and understanding if those things happen is because we need to transcend those lower parts. And to love yourself no matter what the emotion or the situation may be. It's not always easy, because we have a tendency to judge ourselves in relationship to what we are experiencing, but to have unconditional love for yourself. There are certain moments where we can feel sleepy during the day. If you have a chance, if you can, is to take naps when you feel sleepy, because when we're exposed to a higher frequency, the body has a tendency to want to rest up, to connect to those higher frequency in order to integrate them more. So it's like, if possible, just or to do meditation, or to rest, or to do naps, and so to allow your body to integrate that from in a very relaxed state. And there are certain times at night where we may feel insomniacs, and we feel like we cannot sleep. So it's a very difficult time, because there is the energy is really moving everything inside of us. So it's about trying to adapt as best as possible, to keep the balance and to rest as much as possible. For we came here to create a golden age, and we need to do that. But in order to manifest this golden age, we have to create this inner grace and peace inside of us. First, it is where it starts. Everything starts from within. And for all experiences, all lower experiences are shadows and blockages that needs to be released. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wanted to anchor those energies, to speak about those things. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm going to sing a song that is also about anchoring that energy. This is a self-portrait. It's kind of abstract self-portrait. But it's got a hat and glasses. It says "I am," and with this red tie here, this big purple lips. But it's kind of funny. I kind of like it. They will need to be well framed, of course. And this is a painting, a comment on Velasquez. It's not. It's almost finished. Not really too far. It's got a really good atmosphere. It's a commentary on some. It's part of a series of commentary. I might do a painting of Jericho, the Radeau de la Méduse. I might do the Scene of Leonardo da Vinci. I may do the School of Athens of Raphael. I may do the Déjeuner des Canotiers of the Renoir, or the Demoiselle d'Avignon of Picasso, the Dance of Matisse, some of the great paintings in art history, to do a version of it. Right now I'm working on small canvases because I don't have the space to do large canvases, but it's good enough for now. Those are little studies. Anchor this song. This song is about, it's called Amazing Grace. It's a song that anchors this grace. It goes like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Thank you very much for sticking till the end, for singing, for tuning in to this grace and this amazing grace. And so I'm going to pull one more card from the... It is the 5 of Gabriel. You can undertake a challenge. Remove yourself from people and situations that are tragic. Show patience towards yourself and towards others. So it's all about just working on this puzzle here. So it's about, working with the lighter pieces as much as possible and removing ourselves from the drama. For the drama isn't all that real. It is the truth and beauty and grace that is most real in our life, and this is really what we want to cultivate as much as possible. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.